Hi everybody and welcome to my weekly update video. Thank you for tuning in. Also thank you to everybody that's subscribed to the video. If you haven't done already, please do. I try to do these weekly updates every Friday and just share content about what I've been up to and try and share some Azure news as well that's relevant to the community. So if that sounds like something interesting, please do subscribe. And if you get to the end of this video and you really like it, please do hit the like button, as that also helps as well. But yeah, so weekly update video. So this week's been really fun and exciting. If you follow me on Twitter, you'll know that on Monday I transitioned to a new role. I'm still at Microsoft, but I'm now a cloud advocate, and I'm focusing on helping IT pro communities. So I'm really super excited about this move. It's been a transition because my previous role was working in the field, so working with customers all the time, and all my community work, my blogging, my video updates, my public speaking was all a kind of side hustle. But now that is actually my role, which is quite surreal. But I'm really looking forward to it. I'm really looking forward to working with the team, getting into the weeds of what they're doing, helping them out, and yeah, sharing my content via different platforms as well, and just seeing where this new role can take me. It's going to be a global role, so you'll probably see me popping up, hopefully in loads of different places and different events. Not just the UK, but I'll still be supporting the UK as well and still be very active in the Scottish community as well. But yeah, it's going to be a global role, so that's going to be exciting. A bit more travel than I'm used to, but again, I'm really looking forward to getting into this role and digging in. It's been a fast week. It's been a really, really fast week. I can't believe we're at Friday already. It only seemed like Monday yesterday, so things have been really good. But everybody's been super welcoming, and thank you to everybody that's reached out and offered me well wishes for the new role, both internally and externally. I really, really appreciate all the support and kind wishes towards that. So if you ever see me about at an event, come say hi, come introduce yourself. I'm dead friendly, so please do come speak to me. If there's anything I can help you with, if there's any issues with Microsoft Azure, if you're looking to have any questions, any feedback on our products, again, please reach out to me. You can get me on Twitter. That's probably the best platform externally to get me to if you don't have my email address internally. My DMs are open. I'm willing to listen and help where I can. So yeah, please do reach out to me. If you want to know more about what I'm doing in my role and how I can support you in your community events or your work, please do reach out to me and we'll try and help you there. So yeah, I'm really excited. I'm going to Orlando for the Microsoft Ignite conference, so I'm super excited about that, which happens next month. I'll get to meet some of the team that I haven't met. I've met a lot of my team in person, but I'll get to meet the rest of the team there. So that'll be exciting. And I've not been to Microsoft Ignite in its current format. The last one I was at was when it was called TechEd, and it was TechEd Europe, and that was in Barcelona, which I want to say was 2014, but I don't know if that's right. But that was the last one I was at. So I'm really looking forward to seeing what Microsoft Ignite looks like in Orlando in November as well. So I'm looking forward to that. So yeah, that's been my week, trying to get on board with the new role, get all the relevant distribution lists that I need to be on, get all the systems set up, and just try and figure out what my new routine looks like, trying to get that right balance. With it being a global role, we're all spread out across the world, different time zones, and I'm just trying to get into that routine of what works for me in terms of when I want to work, so that I can interact with my team at the same time. And yeah, just trying to get into that new rhythm, new routine, so I need to adapt. But yeah, I'm looking forward to it, really excited about it. Like I say, if there's anything I can help you with, or you want to reach out about finding out more about the role, please do get in touch. Happy to answer any questions and feedback that I can help. So yeah, that's my exciting news for this week. I've made plenty of notes about what I want to speak to you about this week, because what happened last week was I recorded the video, rendered it, got it uploaded, and got it promoted on social media and stuff, and then sat down and went, forgot to mention that. So I've made some notes, so I'm going to refer to them so that I don't forget this week. So let me just sign in here. So one of the things I wanted to mention last week and I forgot completely about was I fixed something on my blog. So I started using a wee app called Feedly to try and consolidate some of the blogs that I read, because I've got them all bookmarked and I have to manually kind of go through them and check if people have posted, because I often miss their tweet about a new post, and or I have too many emails, so the RSS feed emails just get lost in some of the kind of noise in my mailbox. So I used to check people's blogs manually, but someone introduced me to the app called Feedly, and I've been using that, and it's been quite good. It's been quite good to consolidate the content and check it, and it shows me when people have new posts, so that saves me some time. But what I noticed when I added in my own blog into Feedly, it was displaying the name of the blog as home, so it wasn't great. It was showing you like the post name, and then it was showing you the blog title, and it said home, which was not any use to people, I don't think. Well, it wasn't even useful to me, and I knew it was my blog. So I'm delved into the plugin that I'm using for that RSS feed, and there's a bug, I think, in the plugin that I'm using, so I've had to manually code or hard code the name of my blog into my RSS plugin. But what it does now is when you look into Feedly, it actually shows you that it's Techie Last blog. So that was something that I did. So I'm also making a note of it in this video so that when I upgrade that plugin and it breaks again, I now know what the fix is. So yeah, that's something I've done. So if you've subscribed to me through RSS feeds and have noticed that it says just home as the blog title, hopefully that's fixed. If not, please reach out to me and I'll have a wee look and see if there's anything else I can do, but it should be fixed. So that's something I've improved on the blog. So also something this week that I've been working on is some promotion for the Glasgow Azure user group, and I did some of that last week, but this week I'm doing a wee bit more because the meetup's getting closer. So it's the 30th of October that we're meeting, usual place, usual time. We have two speakers. We've got Scott from Barracuda, and we have got Darren from Microsoft. Scott's going to be talking about protecting things like bots and mitigating any threats against that. I need to double check what Darren's speaking about. I haven't found out what he's speaking about, but Darren's quite knowledgeable in a few areas, so should be a good session there. Tickets are free, so please do sign up. I'll put the link down below. So yeah, we're looking forward to that meetup. That's going to be our 15th meetup. Can't believe we've got this far in the community. So thank you for everybody that's spoken, supported it, our sponsors. It's always appreciated, the support that we receive for these meetups. So yeah, that's something that I'm focusing on this week as well. Also talking about community, how Hacktoberfest is happening this month. So October means it's Hacktoberfest. So that is a community event where people are encouraged to try and help open source projects and commit what's called pull requests or PRs on these open source projects to help make them better, improve them. And if you do 4 this month, I think it's 4 pull requests between now and the 31st of October, there's a potential to win some swag. So you'll get a cool Hacktoberfest t-shirt and some stickers and stuff like that. Last year was the first time I ever took part in Hacktoberfest. Previous years I've signed up, not really understood how to do pull requests, not really understood how to help in these open source projects. But last year I did it and I got my t-shirt. I should have actually put that on today, I've forgotten. But it was a really good experience. If you've never done pull requests, if you've never worked with Git before, if you've never looked at open source communities, I really do encourage you to have a look. It's not just for developers, IT pros can get involved as well. It's definitely something that's worthwhile having a look at.
Something that I've concentrated on, and I think most of my pull requests last year were improving the Microsoft Docs. So docs.microsoft.com is all our official documentation at Microsoft. And if you weren't aware, it's open source. So if you see a mistake, if you think our documentation is missing some information, is missing steps, isn't clear, out of date, any of those kind of changes, you can actually do a pull request and contribute back to it. Our docs are open source and they count towards Hacktoberfest as well. So if you don't really know where to start, it's a great place to start. Look at your favourite documentation. So if you're a specialist in a product, have a look at the documentation, have a read of it as if you were a novice. If it doesn't make any sense, do that pull request. And if you get 4 pull requests, you'll potentially get a Hacktoberfest limited edition t-shirt. I'll put the link down below that you have to use to sign up and register for Hacktoberfest. But yeah, it's definitely something I'm going to have a look at. I think I've done 1 pull request so far this month, so I've got 3 more to have a wee look at least. So yeah, have a look, get involved. It's another community spirit event. I know there's other meetup users groups that are having actual physical events as part of Hacktoberfest, where people get together, they bring out their laptops, people help each other learn Git, help with open source projects and get involved. So do have a wee look out and see if there's one in your area. There's one happening in Glasgow, and I think it is on the 19th of October it's happening in Glasgow. I'll put the link down to that in the description below. So if you're in the Glasgow area and want to get involved, please do check that out, as it's free to attend as well. So that's the kind of community things that I've been working on. I've talked about my new role. As part of my new role, I am heading to Seattle later this month to speak to my manager, get to know him a bit more, and meet some people that are in my team, the wider team as well, and just have a week at the mothership at Microsoft. So I'm looking forward to that. I'll try and get maybe one of these weekly videos out when I'm there, and it will not be me at home, so it might be a different setting, so look out for that one later in the month as well. Obviously this week, in terms of news and things that have been happening in the wider Microsoft ecosystem, we obviously had the Surface event. I think that was Tuesday that happened. So that was pretty cool. There was lots of funky announcements there. So we've got a new Surface laptop. So Surface Laptop 3's come out. It's got some really cool specs. It's all metal now, so it's not that Alcantara keyboard. Which looks really cool. There's some nice colours that it's coming out on, so you're not just stuck with a grey. But if you want a black one, there's a black one in the lineup as well. There's also a new Surface Pro coming out, so that's also in version 7. There's a Surface Pro X, which looks pretty cool. I love what they've done with the keyboard and having the pen integrated into the keyboard, like under the stand. Because what I find as well with, I've got a pen here with my Surface Book and it attaches to the side, but it often gets lost in my bag. So I really like the fact that in this new Surface Pro X, the kind of pen is built into that. So that's super cool. So I'm having a wee eye to see. I was thinking about getting a Surface Go. That's what I really had my eye on. And I've held off in case there was an announcement about that. But I'm going to have a look and see what the laptop looks like when it hits the UK. I'm not sure what the release date is for the UK yet, but I'll have a wee look. Maybe I'll be tempted by a laptop instead, the Laptop 3. So yeah, so they're coming out this year. And there's also an announcement about what's happening next year, next holiday, 2020. The Duo and the Neo, and they are out of this world, to be honest. The folding, they've got 2 screens, they've got a hinge. One's a kind of larger tablet type device, along with a similar vein to the Surface Pro. And then we have the smaller one as well. That I'm not sure if it's going to be a replacement for a phone, if it could be like what they're actually the use case for of it, if it is a replacement for a phone or a smaller productivity device. But that looks pretty cool. If it is a phone, that will be
getting purchased. That it does look pretty cool. Definitely opens up a whole new world. Having two screens and that hinge, trying to be more productive on the road. It's definitely something that I'll be keeping an eye out for and looking for in 2020. There was also a bunch of announcements about some accessories, some new colours for the Surface Pen have been released. I really like, I think it's called Dolly Red. That looks awesome. I definitely have pen envy. And I think there's a new colour range as well for the Surface Arc mice. So yeah, there's lots of cool things coming out, lots of things to ask Santa for later in this year. But yeah, that was a pretty cool event to watch, and very exciting what we're doing with hardware. So in terms of Azure news, we've had a few announcements. So Azure NetApp went live in the UK South region. So that's a pretty significant event for us. That holds some really interesting avenues. It's not a product I've ever had hands-on. I've always been at arm's length with it, but it's one I'm definitely going to have a wee look at. So look out for blog posts and potentially a video talking about it. In the meantime, I'm going to share a link to a video that Kirk Ryan did. And he's a principal technologist, I think that's his title, with NetApp. And he's done a kind of 101 on getting started with Azure NetApps. So that's where I'm going to have a wee look at and expand on that content as well, and share some information around that. But yeah, that's pretty cool that it's landed in the UK region as well. And we also had Windows Virtual Desktop go generally available this week as well. And that is pretty cool. That service has generated a lot of interest from customers, and internally as well. It's very exciting about what that can bring. There's different use cases for it. Again, it's not a product I've used hands-on. I have a colleague that is specialist in that, so he's tended to have those conversations with our customers. But there's great productivity advances. We've done some cool things around Office 365 and the VDI environment and remote desktop, all built into this Windows Virtual Desktop service. And I'm excited to see where that goes and where it could potentially help, especially with Windows 7. So if you have Windows 7, obviously it's becoming end of support very soon. So if you haven't been able to move off Windows 7, there's generally one application, you can't move off of because it's not supported on Windows 10 or it's too cumbersome to move at the moment. You could actually look at using it with Windows Virtual Desktop. And we're giving you free extended support when you host it in that environment. So it's definitely worth having a look at. Again, I'll share some links down in the description. But yeah, that's pretty cool that it's went generally available, and I don't think it was in preview. It's been a short lifespan to get it out, so I'm really excited to see where our customers grow from that and where they can use that. So yeah, that's my summary of this week. Yeah, it's been a pretty cool week. I'm full of enthusiasm, full of excitement, full of ideas. But yeah, it's been a pretty cool week. So again, thank you to everybody for their kind words and support, both internally and externally, for my transition into this new role. I'm excited to see where it takes me, and thank you. So yeah, have a good one, everybody. I'll catch up with you next week. If there's anything you want me to talk about, anything you want to ask me, please do reach out to me. You know how to get in touch with me. So thank you.